Hello there. Well, welcome back to the art room. I thought that was you. Today I'm out in the backyard gathering up some art supplies for our bird sculpture project. It's something you can just make in a few minutes, and it's really an interesting project you can set up on your shelf, on your bookcase, and one that I know you're going to really be proud of. It's easy to do. It's all made with our familiar Crayola clay. So let's get back to the art room so we can begin our bird sculptures. Okay, welcome back to the art room for our bird sculpture project. This one just turned out so good. I don't know what I was expecting, but I just ended up really loving this one. We'll see how you do with it. So we went out into the backyard, as on the video, and found some bits of wood lying around. I realized not everybody's got a wooded backyard, so maybe you can find some of this stuff at your local park, or if you're in a kind of a country setting someplace. Anyway, I gathered up a bunch of these sticks and random bits of wood that I could use, and trying to look through the pile here to see if I can find one that looks like it could hold a couple of birds and kind of be interesting. Lots of twists and turns in it, and I already have a little hole over in there from a different project, but it's got to be bigger. So at this point, I'm going to get out my trusty drill here and tighten it real down. See if we can open up that hole a little bit. There we go. It's going to work. And do a test fit, kinda, but not quite. So let's open it up a little bit more and make a little more room for it. Hope you have maybe access to a drill or know somebody that does. And hey, there we go. That's going to work out great. It's even stuck in there. But to help things out, I'm going to go back to my trusty tacky glue that we like to use and put kind of a generous bunch on the end there. And boy, just love tacky glue. Use it for all kinds of things. And we'll shove that in there kind of vigorously to make sure that it stands upright. And let's get it in a good position. All right. Yeah, loving it so far. Just loving it. It looks great. So I'm back here the next day, and you can see the tacky glue is all dried up and hard as a rock. So at this point, we're going to go back and get some different wires that I found laying around the house. Some of them are just straight up paper clips. But the ones I ended up using and liking the most were these bits of copper here. Actually, they're like part of electrical wire that we used to call Romex back in the day. And if Dad or Grandpa or maybe you have some laying around, that's the perfect wire. So I'm scoping out a couple of places along my branches that I think birds can live. And with my trusty pliers, I'm going to see if I can tighten it down and form a place for my bird that I'm going to be able to attach his body to. And here's bird number 2. I could have had all kinds of birds. You could put 5 or 6 birds in here if you wanted to, but I'm going to stick with 2. Just kind of I like the spacing of it, and I like the way they kind of interact with one another when they're up on the branch. So let's get our cutters and make that a little tidier. And so now we've got a place for 2 birds to sit along our branch. So back into our trusty Crayola Air-Dry Clay. I should get a sponsorship for this stuff. We've used it so many times. In fact, this is our 10th project about birds alone using clay. So I'm rolling out a kind of a ball here and just forming it with my fingers, trying to imagine, hey, there's a bird in there somewhere, and all I have to do is see if I can reveal him here just by squeezing and getting kind of a nicely rounded body. And we're going to point up that little tail area there. I'm not getting real specific about the bird. He's not even going to have like visible wings or anything. He's just going to be kind of a basic shape of a bird. And I'm going to heal up that little side crease there too after a bit. But I think I'll pinch out a nose and kind of gently form around his head. Hey, is he starting to look bird-like? He sure is. He looks great. And just pinching him as I go. And birds have all different characteristics. Some are fat, some of them are big. You'll see the next one I make is a lot different. So don't be hard on yourself. Just try to form a nice little bird there. It's going to work out for you, I'm sure. Just going over and trying to refine that shape, and a little curl on his tail, and I like that. Okay, let's set that down. Here's bird number 2, and we'll form him as well. I've decided he's going to be kind of a little stubbier guy. He's a little nuthatch or something like that, or maybe he's a baby. I don't know, but I'm keeping him a lot more basic, but I think I'll put a little crest on his head there. Okay, yeah, I like that little crest. And let's pinch his nose in here, his beak rather. Okay, and wow, that was easy. And so I have 2 birds. Great. So going back to our stick framework here, our wooden framework, I'm going to set those birds down on top of those 2 wires that I've prepared. And let's rotate around here and see if we can get, I like that. You're getting an inside view of the art room here with this. Let's get bird number 2 and see if we can get him up on his perch. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to adjust that a little bit, as you might. Let's get those pliers back, and that's it. We'll kind of squeeze that back into a place where the bird can not be smushed between the wire and the stick. So great. Okay, and they really kind of got a nice interaction going. Let me straighten him up a little bit, and I am totally pleased with that. So there you go. That was a really kind of a quick and easy one. Here I am coming back 2 days later, and as you can see, the birds are much wider than they were the day we made them. And the whole thing just turned out great. I hope yours did as well. All right, well, we're going to leave it there, and like we always say, remember, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you got something to be proud of. You're an artist. So stick with it. And we'll see you right back here next time in Mr. Shay's Art Room.